Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. On today's video, I'm going to be talking about beginner's guide to Etsy, and I'm going to be showing you my first 2 months selling on Etsy and the things that I did to, by the second month, to be able to increase my views or triple my views and also triple my sales. And I'm going to show you an actual dashboard of my sales. And then at the end, I'm going to show you what I was focusing on at that moment that gave me those results. So if this is your first time visiting my YouTube channel and you want to learn how to build an impactful online business, whether it's Etsy or a handmade business on the side, make sure that you subscribe today to my channel. So let's go ahead and look at my dashboards for those two particular months. So I started Etsy late November 2016. So I started Etsy in November, and I was selling at that given moment, which I still do, digital prints. I started selling like quotes, like any quotes from movies or from like songs, and obviously that is incorrect. I didn't at that given moment I didn't understand as much as I do now, infringement and copyright, etc. But that's what I was doing when I first started. I was selling prints. Some of it also was custom orders that you would tell me what you wanted on the print, and it would be anywhere from $5 being the minimum all the way to like maybe $10 to $15 depending on the size and alterations, etc. So my first month on Etsy, as you can see here, from November of 2016, I made $102. And that might not seem a lot for a lot of people. However, I do get a lot of my freelance clients or people on my Facebook group, my members, that say, I've been on Etsy for 6 months and I have not made a penny. So compared to them, this is a lot. If you were selling like high-end products or something that is more at a higher margin, let's say you were selling stuff for like $30 a piece, then of course it would have been more than $102. I was selling prints that were $5 a piece, so that therefore that's why the revenue is so low. Also, I had 1,659 total views. This was all organic too. I was not running ads at this given moment. I was not paying for Etsy listing ads. I was not doing anything outside of Etsy. I was not even doing social media marketing, to be honest with you guys. I started Etsy as a case study for my blog, and I am a digital marketing specialist. So I've been on the space now for a little bit over 10 years. And when I started it, I did as a case study to see if I can make passive income on Etsy. I didn't know I was going to become so involved in Etsy, and I didn't know that I was going to eventually open 6 stores, which in all of them I make passive income. So this started as an experiment and it turned into another job. So this is my first month. Now the second month, which was from December to December 31st, obviously is also the holiday season, I made triple, $355. I had 106 orders, so that's like even more than triple orders. And total views, I had 5,262. So I did pretty good for the second month. And then for the third month, actually, it was quadruple. It was a lot more than 355. Now, the key points that I did in order to achieve these results, and I'm just going to be as clear as possible as I can, is I added listings every day. Now, I am in the digital print world, so it is a lot easier to add additional listings every day. It is easy to take one particular listing, do a couple edits on it, and create like 5 additional listings from that particular digital product. I know that when you are selling something that's handmade, in the sense of you're actually physically creating it with your hands, let's say you do jewelry or you do shoes or you knit, I know that takes more time to come up with a massive list of things that you could sell on your store. So it helped me a lot that I always had a lot of listings. I actually built up my store. I want to say like in 3 months, I had already about 1,000 listings. So I was like moving. I was adding listings and listings. I mean, I was adding a lot of listings every single day, after work, before work. On the weekends, I would do like 6 hours straight, and I would just add listings after listings. And that actually helps you because Etsy likes when you start adding listings because obviously they want to make more money as well. And you stay relevant, you stay fresh, and then they put you up higher in the search results. Another key ingredient is optimizing your listings for SEO correctly. I already knew how to do SEO, so that kind of helped me. The only thing that I struggled with was with understanding Etsy's SEO because at that given moment, what I knew about SEO was how I did it through Google to be compliant with Google. And I did it through my blog and other platforms. But with Etsy was a little bit different. You could do keyword stuffing, which I knew on a blog you're not allowed to. So that was the only issue I was having. I started doing keyword stuffing and I still have listings that I have to go back and fix that have keyword stuffing. And now that's not the proper way to do it. Now they are doing it how Google always recommended, which is just having a short, precise title with one keyword, not 20 keywords. But that was the only thing I kind of struggled with because I was trying to do it the way that I've been doing it, which is like best practices. But I felt with certain things on Etsy, you could kind of tweak it. It was a little bit different. So I had to learn how Etsy wanted it. Now, I knew how to do SEO, so that was a lot easier for me than the average person. I knew how to find keywords that will rank for my listings. What I recommend if you are a new Etsy seller right now and you're watching this video and you're like, well, I don't understand SEO, sign up for erank.com. Sign up for erank.com. You could use their keyword tools. That's what I used when I first started. You could use like Google Planner, you could use Google AdWords, you could use other tools on keywords everywhere to kind of research for keywords. But I only did eRank. When I first started, I just stuck with eRank. I wanted to use the data that was most accurate for Etsy sellers. I didn't want to use Google keywords, which you can, but I recommend using that for your actual blog. But when it comes to Etsy, I recommend trying to use tools that are pulling data from Etsy. So I just stuck with eRank. Make sure that you are on top of your store. What I mean by this is that if people are messaging you, asking you questions about a particular product or service that you offer, make sure that you are quick to respond. Download the Etsy Seller app. It's free app to download. Majority of us have smartphones nowadays. It's going to be one of those things that whoever responds quicker get the sale, unfortunately, because people are very impatient. They want everything now. That's one thing that you're going to learn if you are not selling on the e-commerce platform. People expect for you to answer right there and then. The quicker you respond, the quicker the chances of that person possibly going ahead and proceeding with your order. Make sure that your photos are amazing. My photos, when I first started, even now I'm constantly working on them and trying to fix them. They weren't the most beautiful, but I was using mock-ups because I do sell digital prints, so I'm allowed to use mock-ups. And mock-ups are a lot easier to manipulate than an actual photo. You know, when Etsy sellers take photos, if you're not really good at taking photos, or if it's your first time and you're trying to take the best photos, you are going to make mistakes. I made mistakes even through mock-ups. So don't beat yourself up, but try to upload the best photos possible as you can. And as time goes by and you start learning how to take better photos, you start learning how to have more of a creative eye, then you could go back and adjust your photos, which I have done plenty of times. Be available after hours. And what I mean by that is that if you have your store and store hours and you say I close at 5, I'm not saying that you have to sacrifice everything, but what I'm saying is that what I did was if somebody messaged me and it was something about a sale, strictly a sale, they want to know if they could buy this and get it by, let's say today's Monday, they want to get it by Thursday, then I will strictly just respond and say, yeah, I'll be able to go ahead and proceed with I'll be able to complete your order for Thursday. Just go ahead and proceed with the order. And that's all I did. But if it was someone that was interested in a sale and I knew that the chances of them going somewhere else is pretty high, I would just go ahead and answer really quick from my cell phone. And listing quality score is really important. If you don't know what that is, you could go to Etsy Seller Handbook and they have a whole subject of it, a whole like paragraph of it, and they have like examples of what contributes to a listing quality score. But there's many factors when you upload a new listing. So when you upload a new listing to your Etsy shop, that listing has a neutral score of 0. So that listing shows up in the first page of Etsy pretty often. And based on how people respond to that listing, whether people are clicking, engaging, and buying, you get a listing score. Now, the listing score also is considered with other things in your store. Customer service, do you have any infringements on your store? Do you ship orders on time? Do you close out orders? Do you respond to customer in a good time manner? These are all different factors. So it's not just uploading a good photo and then saying, okay, how come I don't get the sales? It's a lot of different contributing factors that go ahead and affect your listing quality score. The higher the listing quality score for that particular listing, that's how some people are able to upload a listing and rank on the first page of Etsy with no Etsy promotion listings, being a brand new store, being a brand new listing, and you sit there and you're like, how come they got the listing on the first page, but mine is like hidden or is all the way buried in the search results? It's because they have all these contributing factors and they're meeting all of them. So therefore, they're ranking higher in the search results. If you miss customer service, you're not great at it, or you respond like really late, or you're supposed to ship your order between 1 to 5 days, but you're shipping them out 9, 10, 11 days. If you have strikes in your store, infringement letters, about anything trademark or anything related, all of those will affect the quality score. So even though your photo or your listing might be better than someone else's, they will rank higher than you because of all these other factors that you have that are affecting your store. And this is why it's so important to take Etsy as a real business. Because if you treat it as a real business, you show up on time, you answer questions on time, you are on top of it, you're providing the best customer service, you're adding listings as much as possible, at least one per day, then this is going to help you grow instantly your store. It's going to help you grow. Especially another trick, like a really, really good trick that I have learned, try to post one per day in your peak season. So for me, it's weddings, because I switched from quotes to weddings. So wedding season usually starts for me between March and runs all the way to like late September. So the month of March, I'm uploading on my newer stores one listing per day, and I keep doing that. I might work on that on my slow months, have them already prepared, and just start dropping them as I go. The reason I do that is because all of these listings are going to outrank everyone else, because they're going to be placed in the first page of Etsy more often, because they're trying to gauge if that particular listing, how is it responding with other people. When you add a new listing, it gets special priority. Keep that in mind. New listings, they rank in the first page of Etsy. They stay there for a while. I don't know the time frame because Etsy does not tell you the time frame, but it stays there for a while. And based on how people interacted, if you have amazing photos, amazing customer service, people are buying from you, that listing ranks higher in the search results over time. So just keep that in mind. It's really, really important. So if your let's say your season is, or you're not your season, but the time that you sell the most is, let's say, Christmas, I recommend starting to upload stuff from November, like back to back to back every day, trying to upload one listing per day, and you'll see the significant views. It will increase your views, and you will also see your significant view on sales. Now, I did all of this. I was able to triple my views and triple my sales, not because I was spending countless hours on social media or I was running Facebook ads or anything else. It's because I strictly added a lot of listings in a short time. I optimized it for SEO. I have good enough photos, and I was available at any given moment. I would just, as much as I could, right? Because if I'm sleeping, I can't answer. But as much as I could, and I kept that consistent, and that grew my store and grew my sales. So if you want to grow your sales, this is your first time on Etsy, try this method and it would work. If you read all these articles on Etsy if you read our articles that people write, the big sellers, the consistency that they all say, or the most consistent thing that they all say is add listings all the time. There's a reason for it, and it's because of the listing quality score. So I hope that you enjoy this video. Don't forget to show this girl some love by liking my video and leaving a comment below with any questions and tips that you guys currently use to increase your sales. Thank you guys for watching.